Hey, welcome back. I'm here in Staines and I'm quickly just checking out our existing passenger network, which has been extended over here to Swindon. And I'm just looking at, I need buses. I need I have a new line here. Um, the trains currently terminate at Staines, and so there isn't a train running up here yet. But my intention here is that a new line that's been put in place here to Hemsworth will run a new train line between here and Swindon and up to Maghull. The line will obviously continue up north later, but I was thinking of putting some passenger trains on here to start with, but it needs a little bit more work with buses, etc. But we just got a diesel engine for this area, and I really have been waiting for a new diesel engine for this central region. Um, and this is a good one, actually. It's the blue one is a modded version of the in-game red version of this engine, and we're going to make a stone train straight away. I've been waiting for this. The engine is the BR218. The blue version is called the pool version. It's 140 kilometers an hour, 2,500 horsepower, 235 tractive. And when you compare that, it doesn't have as much tractive as the GP9, but it is better in all areas against the NOHAB. The GP9 isn't a bad engine, it's just lacking in a little bit of horsepower, where this has got 2,500 horsepower. Um, it actually has a bit more of a pulling capability. The map's fairly flat, so that tractive effort for most cases, for most lines, is not really important. Um, I guess the horsepower and the speed are the important things to look at when you're dealing with flat areas. But this engine will become the en- the engine of choice for this central region. And now that I've got this stone up and running, it's really important for this area for me to make some final adjustments to the area to get it running smoothly. Um, Especially for the construction materials that really need a bit of a change around to supply this whole area with conmats. So she runs down here on a single line. I think a single train will probably do uh, enough work for the stone signal there, but I think that one's required for that crossover. Um, it's sort of, I might need to extend that double line up just a little bit further to cover that crossover signals. I don't want to make the mistake of putting signals on single lines and getting my trains locked up like what happened recently. So here is, oh, this is our plastics train, our goods train running from the chemical factory, and this one was put in temporarily just to get the goods factory saved. So I might take this opportunity to upgrade the trains that I already have in place around the area to these new engines, and I'll mix it up a little. I'll use some with the red and some with the blue. So this will be a red train, I guess. Can fit an extra car on here for sure. Yeah, that's 311. That's fine. All of my platforms in the central region are 320s, and I think every all of them in the north are 320, and I'm pretty sure I converted almost everything in the south to 320 metre platforms. So that's excellent now. This thing will hum along too. With two engines on there, that's 5,000 horsepower. And she just delivered a good amount of plastics to the goods factory. So that will really start humming along, which means we'll need trains distributing goods to the other cities that need them. I might jump over to the machine parts and steel at Staines here, and maybe upgrade a couple of trains over here as well. I've got sort of a mishmash of trains running in the area. I've got some GP9s over here. Maybe I can upgrade these now as well. So I'll just take my time and change. Oh, well, hold on a minute. We just got the EMD. Now that thing's got some horsepower, right? From memory. This thing is. Let's get rid of these and scroll down. Oh, 4,000 horsepower. Even more tractive effort. Only does 105 Ks, but you know, for the coal and iron, you know, speed is not as important there. It's not going to be holding up other trains on this line because it'll only be coal and iron trains on this line, so they'll all run basically at the same speed. So it won't be a disadvantage by having this line run at 105. Just wondering whether I can put a second train on this line, and it looks like it's already been set up that it can handle two trains. So there's a lot of iron there, and yeah, and I'll upgrade the coal as well while I'm here. Oh damn it! Oh man, I pressed the sell button that's right next to the upgrade button. There's another one here. I can just fix this one up and duplicate it to replace it. Oh, it was empty too. I'm lucky it was empty at least, but that is so stupid. I scroll across so quickly to hit the upgrade button, but that sell button is right next to it. I wish that the sell button was right down the end, away from sort of the option buttons that you pick all the time. Either right at the front or right at the end, so that the sell button isn't. I can't believe I did that. Okay, and I'll put an extra one, and I'll put 3 on there. I don't know that it needs 3, but I'm cashed up a little at the moment, and a lot of the infrastructure that is in this area was really hurting me with maintenance cost, etc. But now that there's trains running on a lot of these lines, I'm actually starting to make some actual income from this central area. So and the south is sort of my base where I've been making my base income. That's been running really well for a long time now. And the north is coming good as well. The north is really expanding quite quickly now. And it's running really smoothly up there as well now. So that's generating some good income for me as well. And that's really allowing me to finance this whole expansion and plus all these trades. So this is our second steel factory that's down at Auckland here, at the back of Auckland. And I'm just going to put the EMD on all of these coal and iron trains in the area. It makes sense to me that now I might be able to, with that pulling power, I might actually be able to extend some of the platforms on the steel and iron lines and run even longer trains with this much power now. instead of putting extra trains on it in the future. So as the steel mills really ramp up here, like they're not running at full capacity yet because the the goods and the machine parts are not pulling enough demand from the steel mills. So the steel mills are not really running at full capacity yet, I don't think. Um, which means these might pull um, some extra larger trains later on. I could take them from 320 maybe up to 400 meters um, instead of putting extra trains on. Mind you, I need extra trains right now. Like these platforms are overfilled. So if the platforms are overfilled um, right now, I'll need an extra train here as well. Yeah. All right. And our steel. Here's our steel. This isn't even running yet. So it's getting the needs, the supplies that it needs, but I'm not delivering steel from down here yet. And the idea here is that it's going to take the steel up to the machine parts onto onto that siding where the shunter is running. And basically this is going to act like a shunter as well, but it's a bit of a further distance. I need steel here. Do I want to bring back stuff on the state car? No, no, I actually want to keep this area separated, like from Staines. I don't want any more goods traveling backwards and forwards between Staines. I want Staines to get um, all of its supplies from the central area in the future. And I don't want to bring anything down south here until I know what the area is like in the central area. I'm just shortening this train down because when it goes into those shunting yards, they're not 320s. I don't know how long they are, but they've got they've got the station there, and the platforms are shorter on that side. So I'll probably need to look at exactly how long they are. I don't want to go and do it now. I'll just make the train shorter, and that will get us those Auckland stained steel. That looks like the right one there. There's a lot of lines around this area. Um, I'll just double check. I'll just move down to here. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Okay. And here she comes. She'll be good now. This steel mill will start to get really busy around this area now with the coal iron and now the steel train that's running on it. I just want to double check to make sure the details of this train are right. It's waiting, it's waiting, it's carrying steel, it's going up to the sidings and picking up nothing. Yeah, the sidings are on 1 and 2 up there on the short platforms. I probably just want to have a quick look at the shunter. Um, the shunter is not running as a shunter from saving the goods factory. I did sort of change the shunter around so that it was actually delivering the steel into Swindon. So I'll start by making the steel train that is intended to deliver the steel into Swindon instead of the shunter. And it will also deliver machine parts, and it will bring back to Staines goods and maybe other things in the future as well. So I'll definitely use the state cars for this train, and then I'll be able to fix the shunter from going back to doing what it was intended to do. That's that brown line here. Yes, that's the one. Where is it in the list? Yeah, Staines to Swindon Steel. That's the one. Uh, and then with the shunter, well, the shunter is full of goods now. I probably should let the shunter run through down to make its delivery. It's going to deliver steel here, probably half, right? Yeah. So it's delivering half its steel here, and then it's going to take the other half down to Swindon Goods. And let me just double check the actual steel train. Yeah, it's carrying steel and machine parts, and it's waiting. Yes, it's on 3. That's good. It doesn't need to be on 1 and 2. Then it's not waiting, and it'll be bringing back goods, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's set up correctly. Okay. So that's all the trains in this area that have been upgraded. And we have steel coming down here now properly. And we still have this problem with the goods factory not being able to deliver goods into the town here of Swindon because it doesn't connect with the trucking station over there. So what I want to do is I'm going to build a truck stop here, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay. You've seen me build 100 truck stops. So this one's a little different though. I did hide it around the back here. I did not want it linking into the train station. So I've got this sort of road here that stops it from linking in because it's not within 300 meters of the station. The street isn't anyway. And now I can put a line into this stop here, which is the goods stop, goods and tools, if I remember rightly. Yeah, and now we can deliver goods into Swindon from here. And I'll just rename it. And I really want this to carry only goods. I don't want this mixed up with anything else. And then we'll get it to weight. Yeah. And I'll rename it. Swindon Goods, delivery. It is a delivery. That's what the D stands for. It separates out from my road lines from my delivery lines, so I can see which ones are going to the towns and which ones are just delivering from industry to industry. We'll get a truck depot in here so I can get some trucks on this line, and we'll get some goods being delivered here straight away. And that'll increase the steel requirements up here as well. And the plastic, I guess. Oh yeah, we got the Peterbilt. I won't use it in town though. I should. I should go around and use it for not for my delivery lines, but for my road lines. I'll definitely use. But I do have a couple of truck mods in. There's one that I was hoping that would come up shortly, maybe the Volvo trucks. I'll just put a couple of trucks on these lines as well. One on the tools and one on the, or 2 trucks on the tools and 2 trucks on the parts. And the parts are already running, and the tools are about to be. That's probably next on our list. No, the con mats will be next on our list. I really need to fix up the con mats now. Okay, that looks good. We got one good. We got, what is that? Yeah, there's one good sitting there waiting to be picked up. Oh, that's probably for this train here. This is our shunter. We can just quickly fix this up so it goes back to shunting steel backwards and forwards, and that'll help this whole system work properly then. So we need to switch it back to there. Can you get in there? Yeah, you'll have to stop there and wait though, won't you? It's interesting that it's saying, even before it gets to the signal, it has to wait. Okay, we don't want you to go to Swindon anymore. We just want you to deliver the parts, sorry, the steel to the parts. And nothing on this side, good. And we want you to wait there. And the lines are important here. So we want 1 and 2 for the yard. And see, on this side, these platforms are shorter. So I probably need to check that. Okay, we're over at Hemsworth. Um, yeah, the conmats are really important here. I need to make some, now that the stone is running, and the central area has their own conmats, I really need a train running between Hemsworth here and Staines, and that will replace the truck line that's been there forever. It'll replace the trucks from delivering the conmats down there. Strangely, I got 2 lines here. One's for Staines. That one's for Staines. Okay. Um, yeah, and what I'll be able to do is if I can transfer the conmats from here, and they will all go south. I don't want any of these conmats staying up north here. And so I'll be able to disconnect all the lines associated with the trucks going up to Maghull and the trucks going across to Staines. I'll be able to get rid of all of that. Just have a train that runs backwards and forwards here. So I really want the tools to go down to Staines as well, taking a lot of the pressure off the one and only tools factory down south in Kendal. It's currently supplying tools to that whole area, and Staines is drawing most of the tools from down there. So, so if I can get the conmats, yeah, conmats and tools on this train, um, and again, like I said earlier, I want to supply Staines with as much goods as I can from this central area. Staines, steel, no. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for Hemsworth to Staines cargo. There we go. Yeah. And I'll probably just need to double check that. Yeah, so I can use, this has been set up to use all platforms. The crossover up ahead lets all the trains just pick any platform that it wants to use here. I'm expecting this area to be busy. So, yeah, so we got conmats and tools, and I definitely want to bring nothing back. Yeah, nothing back. I just noticed the platform that it's assigned to is platform 3, which is the one on the left there, but it's coming out of the train depot on the left now, on the right hand side from the way we were looking before. It's coming out on the left, and it didn't use that right hand line there of the train depot to come out of, which means it hasn't stopped here at Hemsworth. It has to run down to Staines and then come back onto line 3. That's because the very first time you ever run a train, it'll always go to its primary, it'll always want to go to the primary stopping platform first. That means that that double train depot is not actually functioning out of the left-hand depot. It's only running out of the right-hand depot, which means that the left one might well be just decoration and not active. Otherwise, it would have come out on that left-hand side, which is a real shame, actually. I really like that that 2-line train depot, but it looks like the second line there is just, it's just decorative and not actually active, which is a real shame I do really like the mod, but yeah, it's kind of a shame. This is actually train number 100. I can't believe we have 100 trains running on the map at the moment. That's kind of crazy, right? Okay, it's a shame it's not carrying anything at the moment, but it will go back and deliver both tools and conmats into Staines here. The conmats will go south as well because it's supplying a lot of conmats to the south, mainly Auckland. Just Auckland, I think, will be um, its main delivery point. Yeah, so 100 trains. I can't get over that. That might be the title of this episode, and that might be a wrap for today. Uh, Stick around next time. I think we'll head towards the ports and get some ships running, and I also want to get those passenger trains up and running. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day, and yeah, ciao.